Anderson wants us to go to the Citadel. Get help for the fight.
Bullshit, he wouldn't order us to leave.
He can see what's going on. Without help, this war's already over.
Then you can drop me off at the nearest depot, cause I'm... Stow it, Lieutenant.
Mass Effect 3 may put more emphasis on action than before, but that doesn't mean that it isn't still a character-driven piece. Dialogue is just as important as past games, and there's tons of characters to choose from. Reputation is a new feature that is gained from talking to people, giving you a better chance of persuading characters. Paragon and Renegade are still in effect, and these choices carry over from anyone importing their Shepard. It's awesome to see characters who remember things you've said to them in past games, especially when those choices can change key scenes in this game.
Damn it! I lost the signal.
Let's hope that beacon does its job.
And fast, we've got company.
Mass Effect 3 doesn't look that different from the last game in the series. Faces are still pretty good looking, as are environments, but mouths and eyes can sometimes lack emotion. I did encounter some issues with framerate drops and even a bug on the planet Surkash that caused my game to almost freeze, but these issues are rare. Voice acting is also excellent, with tons of big names providing their talent. The amount of content in this game is just astounding, and although the Xbox version is on 2 discs, I didn't encounter that many parts that required me to switch. I don't see this game eating up quite as much time as Skyrim, but it will come pretty close. The amount of missions available at any one time in your journal can be overwhelming. Mass Effect 3 also introduces war assets, and these are points you gain from accomplishing various tasks to put towards your final attack on the Reapers. These can also be gained by scanning planets, which is a lot simpler than the system in Mass Effect 2. However, these points are only at 50% of their full ability from the get-go. To raise this, you have to either do co-op, with many of these missions taking place on the same maps as N7 missions, play the iOS game Mass Effect Infiltrator, or use an app called Mass Effect Datapad, which I'm going to show right now. The Mass Effect Datapad is an app for iOS that gives you 5 features. The first is called Alliance News, and I was a little disappointed to discover that this was just a Twitter feed. It would have been nice to get some fake news messages. The second is called Mail, and this is one of the coolest ones. After completing missions in the game, go into this section and hit the refresh button to see new messages from characters. The third is a media option that just lets you watch some videos and look at some promotional shots. Now the fourth is by far the most important, Galaxy at War. This section gives you a fleet to command in 5 sectors of the galaxy. As you send these fleets out and wait a few hours, your readiness rating will go up, helping you in the final battle. This mode also lets you upgrade your ships and increase your rewards by using the app's currency. Now the final app is a simplified version of the Codex, giving you voiced-over descriptions of things that you found along the way. Guys, the app is free and it helps you get the best ending possible. If you have an iOS device, definitely get it. Mass Effect 3 is a fantastic conclusion to one of the best game trilogies in the last 15 years. I'm confident in saying it's the best game in the series, and it's an absolute must-play for all but the most casual of gamers. There's a lot of great titles getting released this year, such as Halo 4, Bioshock Infinite, and Resident Evil 6, but Mass Effect 3 is going to be hard to topple.